It might surprise some of you that there is a dark side to cactus collections. Many people think the wildlife trade is the only black market out there, but there is a big one for plants too, specifically cacti and succulents. Today, I will talk mainly about cacti, but there are ways that you can make sure both your cacti and other succulent collections are sustainable. Saguaros are one of the most recognizable features of the Sonoran Desert and are definitely a target of poachers. The International Union for the Conservation of Nature wrote that in a study done about 2 decades ago, showed that between 1998 and 2001, nearly 100,000 succulents with an estimated value of 3 million US dollars were harvested from Texas and Mexico just to supply the landscape garden market in Phoenix and Tucson. There are many other species of cactus that are highly prized besides saguaros, though. Cactus and succulent collections are popular and growing in popularity across the United States, but also in Europe and Asia. The plant family that cactus belong to, called Cactaceae, are endemic to North and South America. There are over 1,800 species in this plant family. Other succulent families that people like to buy are aloe and agave, too. The Southwest is a very special region for cacti. Of the 1,800 species, around 600 of them are endemic to our region of the Southwest in Mexico, Texas, and Arizona. According to a 2015 research paper, around 31% of 1,500 cactus species evaluated are threatened with extinction. This is not a good sign for cacti. Because of this, there are trade regulations within the family Cactaceae. They're on a list that's abbreviated CITES, which stands for the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. This is an international agreement between 80 countries that provides rules for how plants and wildlife can move around the globe. The entire Cactaceae family is listed in Appendix 2, which means that the trade of these plants are controlled around the world. Some of the species, in fact, are listed in Appendix 1, which includes species that are threatened with extinction. Cactus poaching in the Southwest is a big deal. Federal agents have even had to get involved and arrest cactus poachers in Arizona and in Texas. Pictured here is a living rock cactus called Areocarpus fissuratus. This is a big target of poachers in the Southwest, very specifically one small area of Texas around Big Bend. In 2015, the federal agents caught people who were moving between 10 and 15,000 plants. And investigators said that in about 6 months, one person probably made more than $300,000 on several thousand plants that they harvested from the wild. The plant in this photo is likely decades old and it's pretty small. So that means that when you pick that many at once, it can wipe out an entire population because they take so long to mature. So if you want to make sure that you're not buying a cactus that's been illegally poached, there are some great ways that you can look online and figure it out from experts. Right here, I've shown off an infographic from expert Stefan Berger, who is a cactus expert who goes by the name The Cactus Explorer on Instagram. And he and other experts put up great infographics that people can look at to make sure they are not buying something that is unethical. And you can check this out at theethicalcactus.com. So the tips that they suggest you do are check the source before you buy, look where you're buying online. A lot of these cactus are sold through eBay. If you want to know if it's nursery grown or habitat collected, there are ways you can examine the cactus. They look slightly different if they're grown in a greenhouse versus if they're picked from the wild. And also, are you looking to buy a species that's at risk? So do your homework and make sure you look online and see if you're trying to buy an endangered species. You are able to buy cactus that are on the Appendix 2 of CITES and even Appendix 1, but you have to search for an approved grower. Some of these rare cactus can be grown in greenhouses, so it doesn't mean that you can't buy them. It just means they have to be approved. And make sure you ask the community or a local botanical garden and other customers of places that you look like you want to buy from. You can also grow your own, except poaching seeds is also illegal, but there are ways you can legally get seeds sold from different cactus, especially here since we're in the Southwest, so we don't have to worry about crossing international borders. And learning about poaching is important, and doing what we're doing as master naturalists is also important, of volunteering and learning more about this issue. So thank you. And here's a picture of a lovely blooming sorrel. You can see why so many people admire these plants. Thank you.